Hi. Now we have discussed about the bases, acids and bases also. Now the next topic is neutralization. What is neutralization? Neutralization is a chemical reaction. It is a chemical reaction. It's a type of chemical reaction where in which in which H plus ions in which H plus ions from acids H plus ions from acids. Okay, chemical reaction in which in which H plus ions from acids so in which H plus ions from acids uh, they combine. Okay, H plus ions from acid combine with OH minus ions. OH minus ions from the base, from the alkali, or base. So, okay, chemical reaction in which H plus ions from acids combine with OH minus ions from the alkali or base. Okay, to form undissociated water, undissociated to form undissociated water molecule. So undissociated water molecule it forms. For example, there is an acid and base or alkali. So both of them will react with each other to form salt and water. Salt and water. Generally, neutralization reaction, it is represented like this. Actually, what happens? See, from acid take example HCl, hydrochloric acid. From base, example take NaOH, sodium hydroxide. What happens? Both of them will react. How do they react? So actually, so the hydrogen, the HCl acid will break down like this into ions, and base will break down like this into ions. Okay. What happens? The H plus ions from the acid and the OH minus ion from the base, they combine. They combine to form water. To form water. Okay. To form water. And what is left over? The solution, the resultant solution contains Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. That means the resultant solution is acidic, it is salt, neutral. It is a salt. Okay, the resultant solution is a salt solution. Okay, so actually the water which is formed, it is not in ionic form. So here this acid is in ionic form, base is also in ionic form, but the water which is formed, it is said to be undissociated or unionized water. Undissociated water or unionized water. So the overall neutralization reaction can be written like this: H plus OH minus will form water. So this is the actual step involved. This is the actual step involved in the neutralization. So this step is said to be neutralization reaction. So when acid reacts with base to form salt and water, generally this reaction is said to be neutralization reaction. But exactly what is happening in this process? In this process, H plus ion from acid and OH minus ion from base, they are combining to form undissociated water molecule. And the process of formation of undissociated water molecules from H plus ions and OH minus ions, this process is by combining these two, this process is said to be neutralization reaction. So it is a chemical reaction. So like this, the neutralization reaction can be defined. See what happens during this neutralization reaction? Some amount of heat is released. Some amount of heat is released during the reaction. Okay, so during the neutralization reaction, some amount of heat is released. So the released heat, it is said to be heat of neutralization. Heat of neutralization. The released heat is said to be heat of neutralization. What is heat of neutralization? So here we can define the heat of neutralization like this. The heat released during the neutralization reaction is said to be heat of neutralization, and it is defined like this. Definition will be like this: heat released when heat released when 1 gram equivalent 1 gram equivalent when 1 gram equivalent of an acid okay, completely 1 gram equivalent of an acid is completely neutralized when acid is neutralized by base or base is neutralized by acid completely. So in that process, the amount of heat liberated is said to be heat of neutralization. Generally, so how much amount of acid? 1 gram equivalent of acid is completely neutralized by 1 gram equivalent 1 gram equivalent of a base. Okay, so how much amount of base or alkali? So how much amount of base or alkali? This is also 1 gram equivalent. 1 gram equivalent of an acid completely neutralized by 1 gram equivalent of a base. In that process, the amount of heat released, okay, the amount of heat released, okay, the amount of heat released when 1 gram equivalent of an acid is completely neutralized by 1 gram equivalent of a base is said to be heat of neutralization. Generally, the heat of neutralization, the value Its value depends upon the strength of acid and strength of base. The value of heat of neutralization, it depends upon strength of acid and strength of base. If both acid and base are strong, okay, when strong acid reacts with a strong base, then the heat of neutralization will be delta H. I am writing delta H neutralization. I am writing like this. So delta H neutralization. So delta H neutralization value will be 13.7 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so its value will be 13.7 kilojoules per mole. When does this this much amount of heat is liberated? When strong acid neutralizes strong base, or else strong base neutralizes strong acid. In that process, this much amount of heat is liberated. Okay, in that case, the heat of neutralization will be 13.7 kilojoule per mole. Suppose if anyone is weak, either weak acid, strong base, or strong acid, weak base, or if both the acids and bases are weak, then the heat of neutralization will be less than 13.7. Okay, if any substance is weak, then heat of neutralization okay, is less than, the value of heat of neutralization is less than 13.7 kilojoule per mole. So it is less than 13.7 kilojoule per mole. Why it is less? Why it is less for weaker substance? Because if it is a weak substance, for example, take a CH3COOH. It's a weak acid. See what happens? As it is a weak acid, it cannot break down into CH3COO minus and H plus. See, this cannot be broken easily and give H plus ions. So acid should give H plus ions, and these H plus ions will combine with OH minus ions from base to form water. If H plus ions are not formed easily, then such acid is said to be weak acid. So in order to form H plus ions, what happens? It requires some heat energy. So some heat energy is required to break the bonds between oxygen and hydrogen. To break the bond between oxygen and hydrogen, it requires some amount of heat. So where does that heat is getting to break this bond? Again, this heat is utilized by the heat released during the neutralization reaction. So some heat is released during the neutralization reaction, and that heat is utilized by other molecules of acid or other molecule of base which is weak to produce H plus ions or OH minus ions. For example, take ammonium hydroxide. It is a weak base. So in order to break down into NH4 plus OH minus ions, it is very difficult. It cannot be broke down into NH4 plus and OH minus ions easily, because it is a weak base. So in order to break this one, it requires more energy. And where does this energy is coming from? So it utilizes some of the energy during it utilizes some of the energy which is released during the neutralization reaction. That means here if 13.7 kilojoules of energy is released, some of the energy is utilized by the weak acid or weak base. If it is weak, so some of the heat energy is utilized to break down into ions like this. So as a result, what is happening? So the some amount of energy is utilized. That means it will be the value will be less than 13.7. So in this way, so if any substance is weak, then heat of neutralization will be, the released heat will be less than 13.7 kilojoule per mole during the neutralization reaction. Okay, the heat released when 1 gram equivalent of an acid is completely neutralized by 1 gram equivalent of a base, okay, during the neutralization reaction. So here the amount of energy released, heat energy released, is said to be heat of neutralization. And for strong acid and strong base, when a strong acid and strong base reacts with each other, what happens? Strong acid will easily break down into H plus ions, and strong base can easily break down into OH minus ions, and in that case, so H plus ions are easily formed, OH minus ions are easily formed. Therefore, the formation of water, it is not it can be done easily. And here the amount of heat released, it is not utilized by the strong acid or strong base, okay, for their ionization. But in case of weaker substance, some amount of heat released during the neutralization, it is used for the weaker base or weak acid to break down into ions. So that is why when any substance is weak, either acid or base, if it is weak, then the heat of neutralization released in this process will be less than 13.7 kilojoule per mole. Right. So this is about heat of neutralization. Next. Next one is, so where does this neutralization reaction is used? Commonly, this neutralization reaction, it is useful in the preparation of salt. So neutralization reaction, commonly it is used in the preparation of salt. So common uses used in the preparation of salt. In the preparation of salt, okay. So in the preparation of salt, when an acid reacts with the base to form what? Salt and water, okay, that reaction is said to be neutralization reaction. So during the neutralization reaction, along with the water, salt is also formed. So what is the main thing? Formation of water is the main thing, and along with the along with the water, salt is also formed. Hence, neutralization reaction is used for the preparation of salt. Okay, and also to counter, neutralization reaction is used to counter harmful effects of acid or base. So to counter the harmful effects of acid or base, what is the meaning of counter? That means oppose. For example, suppose if the skin is the body, if the skin and some acid is fallen on the skin, what happens? So immediately this acid, it will cause painful burns on the skin. So when an acid is fallen on the skin, it causes very painful burns. So immediately we have to this area we have to rub with the base. When this area is rubbed gently with base, so what happens? The acidic acidic effect is neutralized. It is opposed by base. Suppose if base is fallen here and we have to use mild acids. So always use mild acids or mild bases. Mild base or mild acid should be used in that situations. Mild acid or mild acid or mild base means so very slight acidic nature or also slight basic nature. Okay, if the acid is slight acidic nature, then it is said to be mild acid. Okay, so here what is happening? So the acid is countering base and base is countering the acid. I mean countering means harmful effect of acid is countered by base and harmful effect of base is countered by the acid. Counter means opposed. So like this. So in that process also here based on the neutralization we know that here acid is there, acid has fallen on the skin. Immediately we have to clean that portion with the help of base. So what happens? This base will neutralize the harmful effect of the acid. So therefore it causes some relief. It produces some relief. So like this, in such situations, neutralization reaction will be helpful. Okay, right. Next, we'll learn the practical applications of neutralization. So these are general use. This is the general application. So now we learn the practical application. Practical applications. So neutralization reactions. The practical applications we will use. We'll learn about the practical application of neutralization reactions. Okay. So in under which case or under which condition? So generally we will go with the neutralization reactions. So for example, to reduce the acidity of the soil. Suppose if the soil is more acidic in nature, if any soil is more acidic in nature, then plants cannot grow healthily. So in that case, to reduce the acidity of the soil, what do we do? Simply we generally farmers they apply or they'll add a lime. So to reduce the acidity of soil, so farmers add a lime to the soil. Sunnam, lime means sunnam. So calcium hydroxide. The formula of lime is CaOH taken twice. Okay, its chemical name is calcium hydroxide. So to reduce the acidity of the soil, farmers add lime. So what happens? So here the acidity of the soil is neutralized. It is neutralized to some extent by the lime, because lime is basic in nature and the soil is acidic in nature. So what happens? So the acids which are present in the soil will be neutralized by the lime, calcium hydroxide, so that the soil will become less acidic or else neutral, so that the plants will grow healthily. So in this way, so this is one of the practical application of neutralization reaction. One more practical application we will learn. So here what happens? The acidity of stomach, the acidity produced in the stomach, due to excess release of to excess release of HCl. Actually, in the stomach, hydrochloric acid is released continuously. I mean, whenever needed, HCl is released. See, HCl is used. It is useful for the digestion of the food. Okay, so HCl is released in the process of digestion of food. If excess amount of HCl is released in our stomach, what happens? It leads to acidity. It leads to acidity. We'll feel very pain in the stomach and we'll feel irritation in the stomach. So here, the acidity is produced due to HCl, excess HCl of excess amount of HCl. So this acidity is neutralized. How? So in order to neutralize this acidity, we will take antacid tablets. By antacid tablets. Antacid tablets. Or any syrups which contain antacid substance. So antacid tablets, what does it contains? Antacid tablets contains magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is present. So magnesium hydroxide, it is also called as milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia. So what happens? So this is an alkali or else this is a base. So it will react with the HCl present in the stomach. So what happens? Therefore, it will neutralize the acid. So this will neutralize the acid. Antacid tablets will neutralize the acid. Therefore, what happens? So that pain gets relieved. That irritation gets relieved and will become somewhat relief. Okay. So here in this process, so what is the benefit of using antacid tablets? So antacid tablets, they neutralize the acid which is produced in the stomach. Therefore, they reduces the pain produced in the stomach or else irritation produced in the stomach. So this is another practical application of neutralization reaction. Here also neutralization reaction is used. Here also we are using the neutralization reaction. Another practical application, for example, a red ant or honeybee, the sting of honeybee, sting of red ant or honeybee. See, if it sting our skin, what happens? Honeybee, if it sting, what happens? The sting, it injects wherever the sting of honeybee or red ant happens. So in that area, so some acid is introduced or else some acid is injected into our body. Therefore, what happens? So that portion will bulge. Okay, so that the portion will swell, and it causes very red color. You will find a red color swelling, and it will be very painful. So the sting of red ants or bees. Okay, that area. In that area, what is happened? So acid is released. So what is that acid? Formic acid, HCOOH. HCOOH, formic acid is released. It contains what? It contains formic acid, HCOOH, formic acid. So immediately what we have to do? So that area is rubbed. Okay, that area is rubbed. It is rubbed with the help of by using the area is rubbed by using using mild bases like soap solution, like soap solution, because soap solution contains free sodium hydroxide, it contains free NaOH, free sodium hydroxide molecules. So what happens? The sodium hydroxide molecules it contains. So sodium hydroxide is a base. So this is an acid. So this acid is released by the red ants or honeybees. Okay, when they sting our skin, when they inject this acid into our skin, what happens? That area will feel very painful and it swells. So immediately what we have to do? We have to rub. Okay, that area is rubbed by using mild bases like soap solution. So what happens? So if the soap solution, as it contains base, immediately it will neutralize the acidic effect, a harmful effect caused by red ants or honeybees, so that we'll get a relief of the pain. So like this. So in competitive exams, questions will be asked like this. So the sting of the honeybee or red ants contain what? So remember that it contains formic acid, HCOOH. So what is the name of this one? Formic acid. Formic acid. What is the formula of formic acid? HCOOH. Formic acid. So like this. So this is another practical application where the neutralization reaction is used. Here also neutralization reaction, because acid is injected into our skin. So in that area we have to use soap solution. Soap solution contains base. So acid will neutralize the base, or else base will neutralize the acid. So there also again the neutralization reaction is working. Okay. So this is also one of the practical application of neutralization reaction. See one more thing. See, not only honeybees, sometimes we will find wasps also. Yellow color wasps. Wasp means kandiriga. Honeybee means tenetiga. So yellow colored wasps you will find near in our houses. Okay. Sometimes orange or yellow color or also red color, that insect like they also look like honeybee only. Okay, somewhat honeybee only. So yellow colored wasps. Wasp. So wasps means kandiriga. So these wasps, when they sting, the sting of the wasp. So wasp's sting contains, the sting of the wasp. The sting of the wasp contain what? The sting of the wasp contain alkali. Alkali. So alkali is injected by the wasp into our skin when it stings. So what? Then also we'll feel very pain. So what should we do? Immediately we have to go with the practical application of neutralization. So as it is alkali, so in order to neutralize the effect of alkali, so we have to use some acid, mild acid we have to use. So mild acids like vinegar. Actually vinegar contain what? Acetic acid. Already we learned this. CH3COOH. Vinegar contains this acid. What is the name of this acid? What is the name of this acid? Acetic acid. So apply some vinegar on the affected area so that we will get some relief. So here what is happening? So the acetic acid uh, which we have applied on the affected area due to the alkali. So this acetic acid will neutralize the alkali, therefore it relieves the pain. So like that. So here this is also another application where the another practical application of the neutralization reaction. So whenever yellow colored wasp it stings our skin, so immediately what we have to do, we have to use mild acids. Okay, use mild acids, we have to apply, or else we have to rub the affected area on the skin with vinegar. It contains mild acids like acetic acid, so that what happens, so this acid will neutralize the alkali and gets the pain relief. So this is another application of neutralization reaction. Okay, now another fifth one. So this is the fourth application. Fifth application we will have. So generally in submariners or else astronauts, submarines or astronauts, they use lithium hydroxide. They use lithium hydroxide, which is a base. Why do they use lithium hydroxide? Because here these astronauts, submariners or astronauts, so due to they release CO2 gas during exhalation. That means during respiration process carbon dioxide is released. Exhalation means, so when the gas come out from the nostrils, from the nose, then the process is said to be exhalation. If you breathe air into our lungs through nose, then it is said to be inhalation. So exhalation means, so when gases are taken out, or else when the gases are released from our nose, from the lungs through the nose, out, the process is said to be exhalation. So during the process of respiration, carbon dioxide gas is released. So what happens? So this carbon dioxide gas, actually submarines or astronauts, so generally they use helmets. So what happens? So carbon dioxide gas will be here only. So this carbon dioxide gas, it causes harmful effect if it is in excess amounts. So in that case what happens? So they use lithium hydroxide tablets. So this lithium hydroxide will react. Lithium hydroxide will react with carbon dioxide. Actually carbon dioxide is somewhat acidic in nature. Remember, carbon dioxide is somewhat acidic in nature. Okay, so carbon dioxide is acidic in nature. In order to neutralize the acidic carbon dioxide, so we have to these astronauts or submarines, they use base like lithium hydroxide, so to neutralize and finally convert into lithium bicarbonate. Okay, lithium bicarbonate. So what is formed here? What happened here? So the amount of acidic carbon dioxide is reduced by lithium hydroxide. So here this process is also neutralization reaction. So because acid is reacting with base. When acid is reacting with base, then the process is said to be neutralization reaction. So here the acidic nature or else acidic effect of carbon dioxide is reduced. Okay, so like this, so these are some of the practical applications of neutralization reactions. Okay, now So in the next class, we will learn about the pH scale. Okay, right.